Breaking news: the Nigerian Supreme Court failed to uphold constitution, allowed forgery, perjury under guise of technicalities. PDP. Hello my wonderful people, welcome back to the news. If you're just joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. My country people, the People's Democratic Party has described the Supreme Court's judgment as disappointing. The Supreme Court upheld the judgment of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal, affirming the victory of the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu, as declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and the Labour Party counterpart Peter Obi had filed petitions challenging the victory of President Tinubu as the winner of the presidential election announced by INEC on March 1st. However, a five-man panel of the tribunal, led by Justice Haruna Tessimini, in September agreed that the petitions accordingly lacked merit and affirmed the return of President Tinubu. Dissatisfied with the tribunal's judgment, the Labour Party presidential candidate and his counterpart in the PDP had filed 86 grounds of appeal at the Supreme Court to nullify the judgment. The Apex Court on Thursday dismissed their petitions for lack of merit. Reacting to the Supreme Court judgment in a statement on Thursday, the PDP National Publicity Secretary, Mr. Debo Ologunaba, said they are armed. They are disappointed. They are alarmed. They are disappointed. They are gravely concerned with the reasoning of the Apex Courts. To the PDP, it is indeed a sad commentary for our democracy, and the Supreme Court failed to uphold the provisions of the law. Instead, it trashed the expectations of majority of Nigerians who looked up to it as a temple of impartiality to deliver substantial justice in the matter regarding the case, laws, and facts. Nigerians earnestly expected the Supreme Court to uphold and defend the clear provisions of the 1999 Constitution in terms of qualification and minimum requirements for a winner to be declared in a presidential election in Nigeria, especially with regards to the required statutory 25% of votes in the FCT, as well as issues of violations of electoral rules and guidelines, bizarre manipulations, and altercations of election results by the APC, Ologunaba added. The opposition party Publicity Stripe said Nigerians are still at loss as to how the Supreme Court condoned the serious issues of alleged forgery, falsehood, perjury on the altar of technicalities. He said the general gloom and the sense of despondency across the country over the delivery of the judgments is a sign of a very bad situation which has great and grave consequences because of the disappointment embedded in the judgment. The PDP said the Apex Court judgment had shaken Nigerians' confidence in the judiciary, especially the Supreme Court, as the last hope of the common man. The PDP National Publicity Secretary, who said their party remains undeterred, remains unchanged. Nigerians not to be discouraged or allow the judgment to distract them from their collective quest to encourage a credible electoral system that can guarantee a government that truly, derives its legitimacy from the people. As it stands now, the PDP have, really expressed their disappointment in this. Recall that even before the judgment, the PDP had expressed confidence that they would win this case. Now, one may wonder how they, managed to express this confidence, how they managed to gain confidence that the Supreme Court would rule in their favor after the Supreme Court, that's the Court of Appeal, had discharged their petitions, saying they lacked merit. So it's so obvious that a lot of people were really emphasizing on the Supreme Court. I mean, after all, the Supreme Court is the last hope of the common man, and then people really key into it. But at last, what happened, and Tinubu's victory has been upheld. But the PDP, they are not happy about this. They are not happy. They are not comfortable. They've condemned the judgment. In fact, they've said this is what the Supreme Court has resulted into. They now allow forgery. They now allow perjury under the guise of technicalities. Is this how Nigeria would be? Is this how we are going to, continue in this country? So my country people, now so the matter they be. Normally, all this katakata, all this court matter, this issue started with INEC. Let's not forget the root cause of this issue. The root cause of this issue is INEC. Because the INEC chairman failed to understand the gravity of what he did, that he nonchalantly advised the political parties that if they are not satisfied with the result, with the declaration of the result, they should go to court. This is, in fact, that was how these problems started. That was what brought us to this very position that we are now. The INEC chairman, he challenged the opposition parties. He said it to their faces. After all, nothing will happen. If they are not happy, they should go to court. And that was how the journey began for Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar. So at this point, the hands of Nigerians are just, waiting. People are looking because the Supreme Court has already affirmed the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And we all know that the root cause of this problem is INEC. Their failure to upload the election results on the IV portal, which led to the loss of public confidence in the electoral process, that made the people to start, questioning the election of Tinubu, that made Nigerians to start talking about a re-election, that they should conduct a re-election. So INEC failed to deliver its promise to Nigerians that they will conduct a credible elections in the 2023 general elections, especially that of the presidential elections. So if we are holding anybody responsible for all these things that, we are actually going through, it's the INEC. It is the INEC. And we cannot continue this way. We cannot continue this way. So my country people, make una come chook mouth for this matter. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section.